to another edition of Neon Trash. Tonight we are continuing on with Black History Month. We are doing Matt Hayes' pick. Matt, what are we watching tonight?
I selected a classic from my archives of movies.
Yes.
Blazing Saddles. There it is. There it is. Classic comedy. Great.
Check out the trailer. Peep that shit! And when we get back, we're going to be blazing our saddles.
All right,
He rode a blazing saddle, he wore a shining star. His job to offer battle to bad men near and far.
What's your name?
Well, my name is Jim, but most people call me Jim.
Well, do your best. Now, let's see. Where were we? Oh, Rock Ridge. Rock Ridge. I want that land. Clumsy fool. I'm sorry. Wait a minute. There might be legal precedent. Of course. Land snatching. Sea, land, land. Sea snatch.
Hello, handsome. Is that a 10-gallon hat?
So just sign this, right here.
Okay, give us a hand here.
All right, sir.
Work, 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 work.
Okay, folks, let's wind it out.
The heroic sheriff rallies his citizens in the wildest finish the West has ever seen, or the movies have ever shown.
Ow! Oh, ow! Have you ever seen such cruelty?
We just got back from watching Blazing Saddles, and yes, I came out of nowhere. Ooh! Oh my God!
Watch a movie.
I had to work, and they started without me. Bummer, man.
Here he is.
At any rate, definitely a fun Mel Brooks romp right here. I haven't seen it for a while. I do own it, but I haven't seen it for a while.
Just gonna throw that in there.
It's a great satirical look at racism, westerns, and Hollywood in general. And anyone who appreciates satire should enjoy this movie. So it was actually Matt's pick. Maybe Matt wants to.
Blaze his way on over to that.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
What do you have to say for yourself? It's a good time. Anyway, so yeah, looking at bringing this here for Black History Month, best way to get rid of racism is to make fun of it. And that's what Mel Brooks likes to do in all of his movies. That's how he makes gets back at Hitler for what he did. Make him a joke, make him laugh. Everybody laugh at him.
Yeah.
So that's what I think he did with this. Is like, yes, there's racism in this country. Racism back then for sure. Make fun of it. Show how stupid it was. There you go.
I mean, it works. They all come together as a town and a community in the end. So,
and
that's actually pretty damn cool.
Yeah, making all the steps to the civil rights. Making all the steps in the right direction, coming together, overcoming things. So there you go.
Wonderfully put, Matt. I haven't seen Blazing Saddles in well over a decade. I gotta say that revisiting it today was an absolute treat. I always thought this movie was hilarious and a great Mel Brooks film, but there was always a side to me that thought that maybe it wore out its welcome. Maybe it was a little bit too long in the tooth. But revisiting it today, I do feel like it's an indulgent movie. Like, Mel Brooks revels in just about every single scene, and now that I'm much older and I'm on his wavelength of humor about 100% by this point at 41,
long, huh?
I gotta say that I love this film. This movie's fucking hilarious.
It's great.
Maybe it is ridiculous. Maybe it does go off the rails. but
it does by the end.
Yeah, but it's all the better, right? It's all the better for it. Like this movie, I mean, it's got the social commentary, it's got the hilarious toilet humor, it's got genius dialogue. I mean, and Mel Brooks himself, his cameo, fucking priceless. Great comedy.
Which one?
Yeah, right.
At least two.
This movie does not pull any punches in terms of being brutally frank about racism and the way it was back then, the way it still is in, you know, some parts of life here in America. But yeah, this film is revolutionary, not only in terms of its, you know, having the courage to confront it, but doing so in a humorous manner, and doing so in such a ridiculous way that just made you, you know, laugh at it, you know, this, you know, these terrible situations and all that. But it's just also it you know, satirizes the Western. It breaks the rules for everything, including towards the end. I mean, I mean, what Dean was saying about going off the rails there. I mean, it's just as zany as can be. You know, this is kind of like there's a certain type of '70s zaniness, and it's like everything's going crazy, and it's like, man, it's like people were just cutting loose and having fun. So,
yeah.
You know, it's a product of its time, but it's timeless. So, yeah, it's awesome.
To add to the zaniness part, it's kind of like embellished in a way where it's like Looney Tunes-esque.
Yes,
it's great.
I mean, it is great if you're into that sort of thing.
They literally play the Looney Tunes theme song. Like, I mean...
So yeah, I guess,
slightly ham-fisted there.
Yeah, a little bit, I guess. I didn't even realize that. Great movie. If you're a fan of comedy, if you're a fan of satire, Mel Brooks is just top notch. You can't get any better in the genre than Mel Brooks. In a lot of ways, it shows its age, though. These guys told me that that dude actually punched the horse in the movie, and that bothered the hell out of me. I guess it makes you appreciate when you see at the end, no animals were harmed in the making of this movie. I appreciate that.
I think this movie might have been the reason for that. You know, maybe.
But that being said, it's a great flick, and it was super progressive at the time when it was released. So you can't expect it to be the next coming to Jesus or anything like that. But
especially not the fart sequence, yeah.
Yes.
Coming to Jesus, you know?
I guess I just meant in
All right, you see here, this man is also known as the dreaded drunken gamer, and I've seen him play video games on Twitch. You can go watch them yourselves. He has murdered so many horses. I don't believe him for 1 moment when he says he was disturbed by the horse punching guy. We all know that horse took a dive and did a little stage roll and it was just fine.
He was known as Mr. Ed, he was Mr.
But this
Dare.
guy, I mean, I lost count of how many horses have fallen under his hands.
Hey, you only saw me play the Halloween DLC of Red Dead Redemption.
This movie was definitely overdue for a rewatch for me. I remember my dad showed me this movie along with a number of other Mel Brooks movies back in the day. And to me, it was all about the jokes. He was, trying to show me a good, comedy, a well-written, comedic movie. He knew I would appreciate the slapstick and everything. And, I got a, decent amount of the jokes back then, but now it's yeah, I can see that deeper layer to it at this point. And yeah, it's interesting how he really kind of, I don't know, he tries to say something, but then he doesn't let it get too serious, because it does, kind of go off the rails and do its own. It's just, I don't know, it's like he wants to lampoon everything all at once. And Mel Brooks is truly a genius, I gotta say. I mean, he might be, if I had to name a favorite director, he might be my favorite director. None of his movies miss. They're all dead on for me. 10 out of 10 stars.
Oh,
nice.
Wow. Doing the star counting and down the line. 10 out of 10.
How?
Blazing Star.
Wow. All right, Dean. Follow that up, motherfucker.
Everything.
Rocket's mouth.
How do you top that?
Top that, asshole.
Well, damn. You horse killer gamer.
I'll take that show.
Yeah, I wish you would have let me finish before, because I was kind of on a roll. But
He lost his train of thought.
well, I got the DVD case stolen from me. I don't know if Tom's leaving that part in or not,
What?
but
We'll see.
Great DVD case robbery. Kind of like the Great Train Robbery, you know? That was a Western thing, but...
Sorry, I went on a roll there.
It worked.
I was picking up what you were laying down, brother man.
I know, but now I don't know where I was ending off. I don't know. It's great satire. Showed its age a little bit, but it's still fantastic, and everyone should watch it. I give it an 8.5.
Oh, okay,
Nice.
okay.
Yeah, I'm right there with Deanie. I mean, this movie and Young Frankenstein are the ones that really put Mel Brooks on the map, and for a damn good reason. I mean, I don't know if it's my favorite of his, but it's still an awesome movie nonetheless, and it's definitely something I would show to somebody if I were trying to introduce him to Mel Brooks, and just to show him a good movie in general. That's not only funny, but just very intelligent. For all the silliness that happens in it.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna give this a solid 8.5.
Great social commentary, great actors, great jokes, magnificent sets. I mean, my God.
Oh, yeah.
Especially towards the end. I mean, it's literally the Hollywood sets.
The sets.
Yeah,
It went from a Western to
a bunch
downtown
of
Hollywood.
And I feel like sometimes this can, like, that ideology can get lost when you're reviewing a movie. Is like, there can be an appreciation for Hollywood when it mattered. You know what I'm saying? Like, when it wasn't so paint by numbers. Mel Brooks, definitely a rebel of his time period. I don't know if this is my favorite Mel Brooks film either, but it's definitely grown on me over the years, and my God, that social commentary is like top tier. I'm thinking like a flat 8.
Flat 8?
I mean,
That's
still really solid. Like,
Yeah.
what about Buffy?
You didn't give it a half-Z? Like, it's 8.
I'm just kidding.
I know.
Hey, we have to make a hole, right, Dean?
Sure.
To me, basically, this is one of the, besides Spaceballs, Young Frankenstein, and this was like the introduction for me when I was a kid for Mel Brooks. And to me, it was just as funny as it was then, it is now to me. I still love it. And I mean, I get more of the jokes because I'm a little older now, so I'm like, oh, okay. Now
There's so many jokes.
Yeah.
Like, there's rewatchability in this movie.
Yeah.
They're a mile a minute.
Yep. And then also like the whole fourth wall breaking at random times. It was like great. The dialogue was great. Even like the authentic, you could tell there was actual authentic like laughter. With also watching it with good friends, good time, having fun. I'm up there with Rocket. I'm gonna give this a fucking 10.
Ooh, damn.
Can I give it my pick? I give it a 10.
Movie.
Goddamn good movie.
Yes,
Love those.
well,
I mean,
very good.
I mean, can't kind of make this kind of movie now. They'd be like, oh no, stop! It's like, dude, take it for what it is. It's to make fun of racism in a comedy.
With that being said,
You got it.
I hope we've been informative, motherfuckers.
Me too.
Until the next time,
Tune in to Neon Trash.
And blaze your saddles.
Yes, blaze your saddles over to Neon Trash.
Blaze that like and subscribe button.
Hit that like and subscribe.
Need a lot of beer.